Is it just me or has YouTube gotten weird? It just doesn't feel right anymore. I watch a lot of YouTube. My husband and I will watch a lot at night. And all of the sudden, everything sucks. Every recommendation sucks. And they'll try to like force me to watch the same stupid thing over and over again, even though it's like not anything I've ever watched before. And all the channels that I have watched a lot, they don't show me anything. The good stuff is hard to find. I feel like my feed is emptier. I didn't unsubscribe and those creators didn't stop creating. YouTube just stopped showing them to me. We're all losing something because of that. This is why everything is starting to feel the same. Nuance is disappearing. It's harder to find voices that you trust because nobody really has a voice anymore. I'm going to evolve. Have to evolve. Filtering, no editing, no algorithms, just us having a conversation. That's what we're losing on YouTube right now. We are losing these organic conversations together, and we're sitting there, and me included, and getting sucked into just total trash distractions. And this is the last thing that we need to be doing right now. Man, I hate change. Don't you hate change? Like, it's kind of exciting, and it also makes you feel sick, and you think about like the good old days when it was comfortable and you didn't have to think about what you had to do differently. But this is what I'm going to do. And if it resonates with you, I would love for you to be a part of it. I don't want to say the name of the school, but I used to teach in a few different school districts. And this one job I had, I was teaching history, big surprise, and I had to teach from a script. Like when I say a script, I mean like these folks handed me a book and they're like, on this day, read page 177 to 179. Don't go off script. I'm like, okay, so I'm not really a teacher. There was no allowance for adding any human element into the interaction or sharing anything. It was super sterilized. I love the kids, but that job sucked. And I feel like YouTube is feeling like that to me now. This isn't just a platform issue. I think this is a cultural shift. That's what I think. I think there's a cultural shift happening here. It's a move away from depth, away from self-reflection, away from curiosity towards speed, noise, and this illusion of connection. It's not that creators are disappearing, it's that the platform is slowly starving the kind of content that used to make the place feel alive. Not by silencing people directly. It's not like I've been banned per se, although I've gotten in trouble a lot, but it's harder to find the meaningful work at this point. I think it's death by disinterest or worse, by distraction. And so that's where I've been lately. I have been working on YouTube for 3 years, but something has definitely shifted. I have a lot of proof where subscribers have told me, hey, I keep getting unsubscribed from the channel, or I never see your videos anymore. Are you still making videos? I'm like, yes. But that's part of the trick. There isn't an alert on YouTube that says, hey, your voice is kind of too complicated for what we want to push out in 2025. There's just this like eerie drop in visibility. And I know I'm not the only one seeing it. Now, the thing about systems like this is that they rarely say no to you directly. They don't confront you usually, they just withhold. You know, I've thought about, well, what's the point of being on YouTube if like even my subscribers aren't allowed to see my videos? I've wondered, should I just call it a good run? Like this was good. Like I shared my story, I got to share my passion for American history and just call it quits, because YouTube clearly at this point rewards simplicity, speed, certainty, flash. Like, here's the top 10 free water parks I went to with some crazy AI thumbnail or whatever. No shade on those folks who are making videos like that, but what I make is slow, it's messy, it's about things that don't wrap up neatly in 10 minutes, things that require context, memory. Maybe it requires you to pause the video for a second and just kind of like think it over for yourself. You showed up, you watched, you asked better questions than I had, and you stayed. And so that's why I've stayed here. I'm not going to quit, but I'm going to evolve. I have to evolve. But this is what I'm going to do. And if it resonates with you, I would love for you to be a part of it. Okay, one, I'm going to go off platform mostly. Like I will still have my channel, but I am going to start really focusing off of YouTube. One, I have my Patreon, and my Patreon is not just like to support me, although so many of you do, and it means everything to me, but it's for the community. So starting now, I'm going to host a live monthly session. There'll be the date. It'll be, hopefully pretty consistent date every month for all patrons at every level. There's no filtering, no editing, no algorithms, just us having a conversation. That's what we're losing on YouTube right now. We are losing these organic conversations together, and we're sitting there, and me included, and getting sucked into just total trash distractions. And this is the last thing that we need to be doing right now. Man, it feels so good to let ourselves get distracted. It feels so good until the distraction's over and you realized that you just got sucked into just a wormhole of nothingness, right? The way Patreon works, if you aren't familiar, it is a great website where I'm allowed to post all of my own stuff and I don't have to worry about being edited. And you can either join for free, but not have access to everything, or join one of the paid tiers. And basically it's like $3 a month, $5 a month. But I don't want the live streams to be limited by that. I want everybody to be in that. So I would love to have you join for that. The other thing I'm going to do is I have an email list, and it feels like old school to be like, join my email list. But I think we need to be connected on email. I think we really do. And I have it and I don't use it all the time. Please join my email list so that we could stay connected. I have some stuff planned. I would love for doing in the next year or so, but I want to do some in-person meetups for some stuff. I won't get into that on this video, but I want to stay connected. That's one of the cleanest ways to do that. You can go to nytonashville.com and there would be like a connect button or something. When they push us out of our space, we build outside that system. And I think that's what we need to do. We have to build outside the system. I love YouTube because it gave me a chance to connect with so many other people, like-minded people, and people who disagree with me, and we can have great conversations, and I value that. I think it's time to start meeting together somewhere else. We're not the first generation to feel this, but I think we're the first one to call it an algorithmic issue. Instead of quitting and saying, I'm going to quit YouTube because it sucks now, we need to stop depending on the system. And so maybe that's what creative resistance can look right now. Not being louder, not being angrier, not falling into clickbait, but being more intentional. We don't need the algorithm's permission to stay in a room together. We make the room. We make the room. Every time we gather together around the topic, around a video, every time we question something, every time we remember history together. And so I just want to ask you to come join me. Do we trust the people that run these platforms? And can we continue to trust them to allow us to have not just freedom of speech, but to not be getting artificially quieted? I'm not here on YouTube to perform. I'm not a good speaker. I have to edit my stuttering a lot on camera. So, I'm not here to perform, but I'm here to remember with you and to ask questions with you and keep things alive. And so if you are too, I'd love to have you join me. And I will let everyone on Patreon know when I'm going to do that first monthly live stream. And hopefully we can make that something that we do together all the time. Thank you so much for being with me. I'll talk with you soon.